Hey, Jason here from Simply Swider. So if your LG dryer is throwing an NP code and just won't heat up properly, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to fix it. Good news is a lot of these problems are actually electrical issues you can tackle yourself without calling a repair guy. Before we get started, if you run into any questions, jump into our Facebook group. Links in the description. We've got thousands of people helping each other fix their appliances, and I pop in there daily to help out. So the most common culprit is actually your home's electrical system. The NP code pops up when there's no current being detected at the heater, and 9 times out of 10, it's because something's wrong with the power supply. You'll know it's this when the dryer either won't start at all or starts up but throws the error right away. Here's what you do: head over to your electrical panel and find the dryer circuit breaker. It's going to be a 240-volt double breaker. Turn it completely off, wait at least 10 seconds, then flip it back on. I can't tell you how many times this simple reset has fixed the problem. If that doesn't work, you'll need a digital multimeter to test the outlet voltage. Safety warning: you're working with 240 volts, which can be dangerous. If you're not comfortable using a multimeter around high voltage, call an electrician. You should measure right around 240 volts between the two hot legs. Anything significantly lower, and you're going to need an electrician to sort out your wiring. Another really common issue is the power cord itself. These things can get loose, damaged, or if you just had the dryer installed, they might have wired it wrong at the terminal block. You'll spot this problem when the dryer seems to get power but still throws the NP code, or maybe you're also seeing a PS error code. Start by checking that the cord is plugged securely into the wall outlet. I mean, really push it in there. Then, if the unit was recently installed, you might need to check the connection at the back of the dryer where the cord connects to the terminal block. I had this one customer last month whose installer had swapped the white and red wires, causing all sorts of voltage issues. If you're not comfortable messing with those connections, definitely call whoever installed it to double check their work. Now, if the external electrical stuff checks out fine, we're looking at internal problems. The main culprits here are usually the control board or something called the centrifugal switch. Here's how to identify internal component failure. The dryer powers on normally and begins the cycle, but after 3 minutes displays the NP code. When you test voltage at the terminal block with your multimeter, you'll still read 240 volts, confirming power supply is good. This means the control board can't detect current flow to the heating element despite proper voltage being present. Here's where it gets tricky. These repairs usually mean pulling the dryer apart and replacing either the main PCB or dealing with a sticking centrifugal switch. I've seen both cause this exact problem. Safety first, though. Always disconnect power before you start poking around inside. If you're not comfortable with internal repairs, this is probably where you call someone like me. Here's something interesting. Some LG models use MP to indicate door latch issues instead of the usual DE code. You'll know it's this when the dryer won't start at all, or it stops mid-cycle and won't restart. The door might feel loose or not click properly when you close it. Check around the latch area for any debris or buildup that might be preventing a good connection. Sometimes lint gets packed in there pretty good. Try unplugging the dryer for about 10 minutes to reset any temporary errors, then give the latch area a good cleaning. If the micro switch in the latch is bad, you'll need to replace the latch assembly, but that's a pretty straightforward repair. The NP error code stands for no power and appears when your dryer's control board can't detect electrical current flowing to the heating element. Now, here's the thing: this could be anything from a simple tripped breaker to a faulty control board. I'm going to show you the most common causes, starting with the easiest fixes and working our way up to the more complex stuff. Trust me, after years of fixing these things, I've learned to always check the simple stuff first. Your home circuit breaker doesn't really cost anything to reset, but if it's actually faulty and needs replacement, you're looking at electrician territory. Don't mess with your main electrical panel unless you really know what you're doing. A licensed electrician can swap out a bad breaker for probably 50 to $100, which beats having your house burned down. If your power cord is damaged or you need a new one, they typically run anywhere from $20 to $60 depending on the length and quality. You can find them at appliance parts stores or online. Installation is pretty straightforward if you're handy. Just make sure you match the wire colors correctly to the terminal block. If you're not sure, take a picture before you disconnect the old one. Door latch parts are pretty reasonable. You're looking at about 20 to $50 for the complete assembly. These are definitely worth fixing rather than replacing the whole dryer. The repair is moderate difficulty. You'll need to remove the door and possibly the front panel, but it's totally doable with basic tools. Check places like Parts DR or Repair Clinic for the best prices. Now, the control board is where things get pricey. These can run anywhere from $100 to $300 depending on your model. Before you buy one, though, make absolutely sure you've ruled out all the electrical issues we talked about earlier. I've seen too many people replace a perfectly good control board when the real problem was just a trip breaker. If you do need to replace it, this is a moderately difficult repair. Doable for someone who's handy, but take your time and label all the wire connections. The centrifugal switch is usually part of the motor assembly, and replacement costs can vary quite a bit. Sometimes you can just clean and adjust the existing switch if it's sticking. Motor assembly replacement typically costs $150 $300 in parts plus 2 3 hours of labor if you do it yourself. Since basic dryers start around $400 $500, this repair makes sense for newer units or high-end models, but consider replacement if your dryer is over 8 10 years old. Based on field experience, LG dryers manufactured between 2014 to 2021 are most susceptible to NP code issues. Check the model numbers displayed on screen to see if yours is listed. These models share similar control board designs that are prone to current detection problems. Here's your step-by-step NP code troubleshooting checklist. First, reset the 240V circuit breaker at your electrical panel. Second, verify all power cord connections are secure at both the wall outlet and terminal block. Third, test outlet voltage with a multimeter. You need 240V. These three steps solve about 70% of NP code issues. If the code persists, you're likely dealing with internal component failure. If you're still getting the code after checking the external electrical stuff, then it's probably time to look at internal components or call in a pro. Remember, safety first. Always disconnect power before working on any electrical appliances. If you guys know someone who's having appliance troubles, please send them the link to this video or a link to my channel where I have tons of other videos showing how to fix pretty common issues with appliances, sometimes for free or as little cost as possible. It sure beats having a repairman come out and spending several hundred for them to fix it when it could be something so simple. If this helped you get your LG dryer heating again, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Let me know which fix worked for you. Really helps other people with the same problem. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'll get this out to more folks who need to save some time and money. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.